think and break me.
Hi guys, I'm Emma.
Hey guys, I'm John, and we're Emma and John, you're welcome.
Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you'd like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button.
You know it is, just there.
If you do hit the subscribe button, then please make sure to turn the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified every single time that we post.
Absolutely.
So we have made it around to Norway.
We have, you're getting past them now.
Yeah, and I think John has said for most of them that, oh, he loves this pavilion, he loves this pavilion.
Yeah.
But this one genuinely is one of my favourites because it's got Vikings, it's got princesses, and it's also got trolls. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
Yeah, so let's get into the facts and secrets.
Alright. Fact number 1. The Tower wooden church that overlooks Norway Pavilion is beautiful, but it's especially impressive because it looks so similar to the original church. The stave church was a popular design for churches in Norway Middle Ages.
Yeah, so Disney sent Imagineers over to Norway, and actually there's not many stave churches around in Norway anymore.
Not anymore, no. I think I've read only a handful, there's not many at all.
Yeah, I think I read like between 11 and 16 or something. So it's super cool that they found these to replicate in the Norway Pavilion.
Absolutely, no, and it looks lovely, it really does. It's one of them ones that you always want to take a photo of. It's one of them staple sort of buildings that you got a lot around Disney, you know, the Epcot ball, the castle. There's a lot of buildings that everyone has to take a photo of, and it's one of these that you know where you are because of that building in Norway.
Yeah. Fact number 2, there's a hidden museum in the Norway Pavilion. It's hidden behind 2 imposing wooden doors and a red Viking sign. If you head inside, you'll find lots of Norwegian artifacts, and there's even a Viking sword that is over 1,000 years old.
That's amazing. I think we've been in this, but I don't think we've paid much notice. And I think we need to spend more time looking around this museum because a 1,000-year-old sword is amazing.
Yeah, it just makes me think, for some reason, this is just a little bit off topic, but what is the ginger guy from Game of Thrones called? Because he reminds me of a Viking.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I
don't know his name. So in my head, because I think he looks like what a Viking would look like, it's his sword, which makes me want to go and see it more.
It would be awesome because how much history within that sword?
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. Yeah, we really should have paid more attention walking around that museum in Norway because how much history and how interesting facts and secrets of that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's not a very big museum, but it definitely is cool that they've got artifacts from like 1,000 years ago.
Absolutely, and the fact that it's hidden away and you got almost like you find it by accident is amazing too.
Yeah.
Fact number 3. We normally mention characters in each pavilion, but in Norway, of course, you can meet Anna and Elsa from Frozen.
Yeah. It's strange that you can't meet Olaf, because you can meet Olaf in Hollywood Studios.
You can.
So I know that you could meet Olaf, but obviously he's busy over there, so...
Yeah, you can't be in 2 places.
That's true.
But it just fits really well. Obviously, your Frozen stuff, and in Norway, it just fits like a glove. It meant to be there. It's almost... It could have been designed for that, but obviously it wasn't because Frozen came afterwards. But it was almost such a good fit, it could have been.
I mean, there's trolls in Frozen and there's trolls in the Norway Pavilion, so it's perfect. So Kringler Bakery, sorry if I said that wrong, but they sell pastries and cakes, the famous school bread, pretzels, so many delicious things. But that's not what the secret is. They've got real grass on the roof. How cool is that?
It is pretty awesome because if you can look really closely, you can see a sprinkler system on the roof, what's amazing. And sometimes you see a cast member just cutting the grass a bit.
Yeah, they obviously don't use a lawnmower and they don't use goats, which is sad. They just trim it.
Imagine seeing a goat on a roof.
Yeah. But I think that's really cool. They must have that in buildings in Norway, so they're like, get some grass up
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah.
Secret number 5. There was concept art for a Scandinavia pavilion. It was set to include Denmark, Norway and Sweden. The collab was meant to be between France and UK pavilions, but it fell apart because they couldn't find the funding.
Yeah, so they were going to do like a whole thing. And then Norway, because the Disney World gets more visitors a year than there are in Norway people. So they were like, well, this is a pretty good opportunity for us actually. So they decided to go ahead with it on their own, and they were able to raise between, I think, 11 fundraisers, or 11 investors, sorry, not fundraisers, and the government. They raised 33 million, and then they paid yearly to the pavilion, and then that lasted for 5 years, and they were like, no, I'm not paying for this anymore, and they stopped. But it is a good way to get people to be like, oh, maybe I'll visit Norway.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I was surprised, like load of countries obviously want a pavilion in Disney World, because like Emma said, you know, oh, I haven't thought about this country, but this looks really amazing, I want to go and visit it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a Denmark and Sweden pavilion and a Norway pavilion that was a collab in between would have been insane. It would have been amazing.
It would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Secret number 6. So the 3-sided face on top of the store, the Ford Ling, is King Olaf Haraldsson.
Yeah.
So I have to keep checking because I keep wanting to say Olaf.
I know, when I read it I thought
it's Olaf. I wonder if that's where Olaf came from actually.
Maybe.
But
bonus fact.
Yeah, bonus
Maybe not
fact.
fact.
So this king helped to turn the nation to Christianity. It was actually his teachings and his ways of persuasion were quite harsh, but when he died, that's what made the whole kind of country turn to Christianity.
Yep.
So the 3 faces kind of represent the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It is really cool.
For me, the best bit about the fact is it's called King Olaf.
Yeah.
Olaf. Olaf. But forever he will be King Olaf to me now. But to turn a whole nation after you died, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Fact number 7. Norway has its own scent. Kind of. Once you smell it, you will never forget about it. The smell is due to the featured perfume line.
Yeah, it's called Layla, and I guess because people spray it so often to test it, that's where it comes from.
Absolutely. I can't remember the scent at all.
So I can't remember it either, but apparently it's kind of earthy and grassy.
Yeah.
But like, you know what the Polynesian smells like, and you know, for us it's the Disneyland Paris hotel.
Absolutely.
We know what that smells like. So now you can just
and that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So to have like a scent with a memory obviously makes that memory a lot stronger, which could be why people really love the Norway Pavilion.
Absolutely.
Because they can recall it quicker.
Yeah, and maybe the days that we've been there, no one was spraying it as much, so we didn't get the scent. Or I think we find like Disneyland hotels, certain times of the day were stronger than other times.
Yeah.
So perhaps when we were there, it wasn't as strong. But I'm interested in when we go next time, make sure we give it a sniff.
Fact number 8. So in Norway, it's traditional to use wood in artwork as well as construction. So around the Norway Pavilion, you'll find like carvings as well as like wooden buildings. And it's interesting that they use a lot of Christian and then also a lot of Viking symbolism. It's kind of like they couldn't decide. I would choose Viking, but...
Absolutely, just have a bit of both. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll choose Viking because that's quite fun.
Yeah, I like the whole wooden feel of the Norway Pavilion though, because that's what kind of makes it different from the other pavilions and how you know that you've stepped into Norway.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely sense a difference when you walk in there because all your wooden sort of cabins and stuff. So yeah, you can definitely feel different straight away.
Yeah, it does make it interesting how would they have combined Denmark and Sweden into the, I suppose maybe they've got similar feels, but like Norway has such a strong and rich history that we're finding out about. Imagine having to combine all 3 countries.
It must have been a bigger pavilion because Norway's not a huge pavilion. So I would imagine if they doing a collab with all 3, there must have been a bigger pavilion to sort of get a lot of detail into all 3 sort of countries.
Yeah.
But fact number 9. So Norway arrived in Epcot 8 years after opening of Epcot and quickly became a fan favourite. The opening was streamed live to Norway.
Yeah, I think for me it's a favourite because of the Vikings and the trolls and the princesses, and for me it feels like, I mean, Disney is magical anyway, but the Norway Pavilion kind of feels like your fairy kind of fantasy, like anything could happen in the Norway Pavilion.
Absolutely, because I've never sort of been to Norway. I never sort of know much about that. Never sort of done my research at all. So all new to me, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Because it's almost anything, like I say, anything could be there and we wouldn't know.
Yeah. There's a giant troll. If you've been to the Norway Pavilion, you'll know. But whenever we see the giant troll, I take a picture with it. I send it to my mum, and my mum says, "I didn't know your dad had gone with you." It's a tradition.
Yeah, I really like the fact that they streamed it live to Norway, because almost like, oh look, we got a Norway Pavilion, you know. Come and have a look. That's amazing. I really like that.
Yeah, I would want to know if like they were opening in England somewhere. I want to see it.
Absolutely. I wonder if they've done it to like all the other pavilions and we just haven't sort of realised. But I really like that, because I would definitely watch that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Open the new pavilion.
Well, yeah, actually, I would. But not least, we couldn't talk about Norway without talking about the Norway Christmas story. So if you were watching our vlogs around Christmas time, if not, then I'll leave them linked, but they are quite festive.
Yeah.
We were trying to watch as many of the Christmas retellings as we could, and the one in Norway was our absolute favourite.
It was, yeah.
So basically, Siegfried tells you all about Barn Santa and how he's not real, and she's sick of everybody believing in this Barn Santa and it's so stupid. And then the silly Barn Santa comes out and he is mischievous, and it's very interactive. I think personally I enjoyed it the most because I'd never heard a story like that about Santa before.
Yeah, no, definitely. I never heard anything like that, and like Emma said, it was something new. We never heard anything like it. And it was incredible, and it just made sense. And I love the story, and the little girl they got up to sort of help to tell the story was amazing.
She was called Stella, and I still remember her name, and she's nothing to do with me, this child.
No, she played it really well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because she had a crowd participation, and she was amazing at it.
Yeah, I think that makes a big difference, because that story was funny.
Yeah.
And Siegfried kind of reminded me of Anna a little bit.
Yeah.
With the pigtails, and I just felt it was a really nice, friendly, happy show.
It was really, really fun, however long it was on. It was a really, and I would still remember the story like to a T now, because it was sort of ingrained into me from that time, because it was a fun story.
Yeah.
And I really like that, going around the pavilions and listening to like their version of Christmas and what they do, and that was a really fun story.
Yeah, if you are in Epcot at the Festival of the Holidays, if you don't get to see any of the other Christmas stories, then I would definitely, or we would definitely recommend the Norway one.
Absolutely would, yeah.
Because it was very funny.
It was good.
Yeah, so that's all of our facts and secrets about the Norway Pavilion. If you've got any other facts and secrets about the Norway Pavilion, please leave them down in the comments below. There were a few more that were too little to mention.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear your thoughts on them down in the comments below.
Absolutely. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that pavilion. And I didn't think there was going to be much facts and secrets about this one. And I was really surprised when we started doing this.
Yeah, it's made me want to be a Viking.
Absolutely.
That's it for this video. We'll see you in our next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye.